Hello stars, welcome back. My name is Aster. If you are new here, I'm a reader and a writer. My content mostly revolves around that. This week, I don't know, to be honest. I have a couple things that I want to do. First off, I could continue writing Project Princess, which I'm on the second draft and I've been doing this the last 2 weeks. I could also go back to Project Witch, which is another rewrite from when I was a lot younger. Or if you know me, you know I have a goal this year, and that is to get the journey started on being published. I have this one novel that's done, that's off to a friend to edit, but it's taken a while for her to get back because just a lot's been going on. So maybe I pop back over there and edit it some more by myself, just what I think might need it, which is a rabbit hole I had tried to tell myself not to go under, but it's been months and I'm ready to go. I want to get that project finished on my end and start sending it out to literary agents this year. So to do that, I need to actually be making progress. My friend got this, I think, in the summertime, and the winter's almost over, so I would like to get a move on. One thing I am worried about, when I finish this novel, all 4 or 5 drafts, however many I did, and then tried to start writing something else, I couldn't. I got in such a big writer's slump after this novel, and it's hard to find something I wanted to. It was just recently these projects that I had finished before and I was doing draft 2 on them that brought me out, and it was the nostalgia of it that I liked, because Sidereal Cozy Fantasy debut novel, that one was also a story I had started writing when I was like 13 to 16, that kind of area. And I'm a little nervous that if I get back into Sidereal, I am going to not be able to write again, which is a tad bit annoying. Makes things a little bit difficult as a writer. But to be honest, I think I'm gonna take my chances. So then I guess I just decided. Okay, so don't mind the lighting. The sun's over there. We're gonna have to live with it. So it's draft 4 is the most recent draft. After her edits, it would make draft 5. But I think I'm just gonna go in draft 4 and edit it because she started on draft 3. She had to take a pause. So I did her edits that I think was up to chapter 3 or 4. And then I made that draft 4 and added her to that. So I think I'm just gonna keep going in draft 4. There is 24 chapters, 146 pages, and 81,828 words. 80,000 was the word count. And I've only had an outside editor up until chapter 4, and I'm pretty sure I was on 70,000 words. So you can expect this to grow some more. This story, it's cozy fantasy, as I've said, about this girl from Earth and this guy who's not from Earth. So he decides, he meets her and he's like, I like her. He brings Victoria, the girl from Earth, our main character, he brings her to his world. And this girl, avid dreamer, she sees this world and it's very obviously fantasy. They almost get attacked by a monster. He has magic. And suddenly she's like, I am not in a giant rush to get back. So she stays for a while and they go on quests and missions and they become closer and they meet some more friends, some more enemies, some more monsters, of course. But things keep happening and they start to wonder if everything that led them up to that point, if it was really just a coincidence, or if there is someone else behind the scenes that they didn't know about. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure where she left off. I could pop over back to draft 3, and find it, but I think I'm just going to start on chapter 4 and kind of read through it and figure out what scenes. It's mostly description that I'm needing more of, so I'm going to find descriptive settings and people, and I'm like, can you see them well enough, or is it just in my head? And and try and add some more of that, because that's mostly what she's been helping me with. So this might take a while. Okay, I got to chapter 6. I'm right at the beginning. I'm finding a lot of tense changes, so I think I'm going to need to go back and do that. That's going to be a more in-depth edit, which is going to be difficult because I'm going to have to read the entire novel to be able to do that. And not that I don't, I've just read this novel like 5 times now. Probably more, actually. The second to third draft, I reread it like 3 times, so just to be sure I got everything, you know? Anyway, just little edits mostly. When I do notice a tense shift, I change it, but there's a lot in this novel that I'm not reading, so it's gonna be a lot of work. I missed this story so much, and I love it. Reading it like this, it doesn't feel like something I wrote. It feels like a book, and I adore that. I really want my editor to get back and really start helping me with this again, because it makes it so much easier when somebody else points out like, hey, this doesn't make a bunch of sense, or like, hey, this could be a little bit better. I'm strange. Most writers, I think, are a little scared of editors coming in and being like, hey, I don't really like this bit. To be honest, I love that. Maybe not telling me they don't like it, but editing and giving me pointers, being like, hey, this doesn't make much sense. Maybe you could say it like this instead. This is just a bit confusing to read. I love that because it's a way, it shows that the story's growing, and I love that more than anything. So when I first had people read my work for creative writing in college, it terrified me, but the more I did it, the more I just started to love it. And like, I get really nervous sharing it with people because all the people who've read it are the people I know or people are close to me, and that's terrifying. I'm like, I can't be in the room where you read that. You can read that on your own, don't read it around me. But getting feedback and stuff like that, I adore feedback and getting all that stuff. Either way, I'm gonna take a break for a little bit. I'm supposed to go out with my mom for coffee in a bit here, so I'm just going to relax a little bit. I really want to print this out, but I don't own a printer, which might be something I need to invest in, so we'll see. I already know this is going to be a late video because it is Sunday evening, and I have not worked on it except for that one time. I'd like, if possible, to go over this entire book this week, but it's hard when it's already the end of the week. I ended up working a lot, and I'm bad at multitasking, so it's taken a while. I'm going to skim over this stuff. I think it's more later into the book where I need my actual edits, but I'm gonna do this today, and I'm gonna try and do it tomorrow morning. I'm just gonna do a little bit today because it's already late enough that I'm ready to go to bed, so. But I do still want to get something done, so I do also work tomorrow as well. But Jesus, I have such a busy week. I'm not really looking forward to it, but oh well, it's fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna do a bit more. Try and get chapter 6, maybe chapter 7 done, skimming over it, just finding what really needs my edits. Okay, I got a chapter done, and I'm gonna call it at that for today. I have more time than I thought I did tomorrow, so I'm gonna try and focus on doing lots of this tomorrow. I'm gonna try to get up nice and early, even though I'm not going to the gym because my partner's sick, and then we will I'll still try and get up at the same time and just work. Lots of work. But yeah, I'm on chapter 7 right now. Word count is probably still the same. 81,861. I don't know what it was at before because it's been a few days. But yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow morning, hopefully before the sun rises. I did not get up before the sun did, unfortunately, but I did get up early, and then I was able to do some chores before I actually started on this. Don't mind the train, I know you can hear it. We're currently on chapter 7. I'm gonna do a little bit more, and then maybe I can try and get back tonight to do some, but after that it'll probably be it. It's probably all I'm gonna do for this video. It's gonna be short because I did forget and then it got busy, so whoops. Okay, I just got to chapter 8. I think I'm actually gonna skip over and go to chapter 9 because that's the first one in Elijah's point of view, and I think that has the most edits that's needed. It's like I did the beginning of the novel first, obviously, and I think towards the end is where I need a bit more of my edits. I want to look over Elijah's point of view specifically though, because there's so little chapters in his point of view, and I feel like I could really flesh out his voice better, so I'm going to do that. At times like this though, I do wish I had a printer, because this would be so much easier if I could do it on paper. I feel like I'd be so much quicker. Okay, maybe I did his point of view better than I thought. The whole, like, I was wanting to go to where Elijah sees Tori, because this is the first chapter in Elijah's point of view. And did I say Elijah is my male main character? Tori is my female main character. But Elijah, this is the first time we're seeing Tori through his eyes, through his point of view. And I thought I needed to kind of flesh out that reaction more, because we get so much of her seeing him that I want his reaction to her be a bigger, kind of. But I'm looking at this descriptive writing, and it's actually kind of good. Like, I didn't think I zoned in that much, but I really did. Okay, I've gotten to chapter 11, and I think I'm gonna call it at that for now. I'm gonna do chapter 11 and 12 later today, hopefully. And then we'll be like halfway through the draft, and I think I can call it at that for the week. I think I've made a decision that after this week, I am going to, after this week, after I finish the edits of this draft, I'm going to make my query list and start querying. So that might be what I do next week, which is terrifying because querying is scary, but it's also super exciting. I have never even written a query letter, so that's gonna be next week as well, because I think I need to find some that are like, oh yeah, it's kind of close to this, kind of resembles this, but this is going well. I'm like really happy with, I haven't even done much edits, but just reading through it, it feels like a full novel, like it feels complete. I know for a fact that there are certain spots I'm going to need to fix up, but I'm hoping that my literary agent can hook me up with an editor, because I think that's also part of that process. To be honest, I don't know. I've never published a book before, but I think that's usually how it goes. You get a literary agent, get a publisher, get an editor, and then you work to finalize the book. But I'm gonna call it at this for now. Chapter 11, word count didn't change much. 81,959. chapter 11. So I don't know if I'll do both chapters today or if I'll save one for now and then do the other one tomorrow, or if I'll just edit this video tomorrow. I don't really know. I'm undecided. We're just gonna start on this and then we'll see how I'm feeling by the end of this chapter. Okay, I finished chapter 11. I'm gonna just do chapter 12 because I still feel like I could do that. Still kind of in the mood for it. I am actually reading the entire thing now. I'm not skipping over anything. So it's taking a bit longer, but that's fine. We want to get in depth. That chapter took about 20 minutes to do, so this one probably around the same. Yeah, I am kind of tired. I had a big supper today, so I'm like stuffed. So I'm like struggling not to go into a food coma, but it's fine. Chapter 12, we'll get it done. Okay, chapter 12 is done. Honestly, I really like that chapter. I think that's really cute. I didn't realize how many scenes were in that I just adored. I added an extra scene because I think that was a shorter chapter, but that scene and then technically 2 other scenes that are in there are just, they're so cute. And I adore it. It's lovely. I don't know why I used that word, but it is. I love it. Anyways, I think that's gonna be it for this week's video. Next week, I'm going to try and get the next 12 chapters done because the novel is 24 chapters total. So I got halfway today. I skipped a lot of it though, so hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll try and really work on it next week to get it done. So then after that, we can start with the querying process. Scary, but we'll try. For now though, I will see you stars next week. I hope you enjoyed. Bye bye.